My heart cries out to you, you the pilot of my flight, from whence my dreams came true. Oh, the longing and the pain that knows no answer yet, but through the sunshine and the rain, I never shall forget. Those days and months and years of love, those rich, fulfilling thrills, that only he who stands above can ever tell how time stood still. Now you are gone and I'm alone, and memories remain with me of all the joys we've ever known. Just you, just me, our reverie.
Wow. You wrote that for Jim. Beautiful.
My sister May and her husband Don lived in Saudi Arabia, and May used to go over to Dhahran to do her shopping and things like that. And one day when she was over there, she saw these people sitting along the side there painting. So she stopped and she watched them, and they were painting this picture. So she waited till they got all done with it. And his little boy was with him. You can't see him, but back in those days in Dhahran, the little boys were always with their father. And if that man was there all afternoon, the little boy sat right there beside him. And she bought the picture then and brought it home. And it's an original.
I had this alligator and it was in the basement, and you were afraid to go down the basement.
Oh, I wouldn't go down.
You would go down because I had an alligator in the basement. And he got so big I couldn't keep him in my room anymore. and I forget, I think I named him Cayman for some reason, C-A-Y-M-A-N, that was a breed or something. But anyway, and then I had the raccoon for a pet that scared the days.
Oh, I wouldn't be around a raccoon for nothing.
I mean, it might have been a muskrat too. Remember I used to go out trapping muskrats and I would...
Do your boys ever do any of these things?
No.
Jim came home from school, and he decided, he was always cleaning when he came home.
Yeah.
So he came home, he was going to clean that fireplace. Next thing I knew, I heard this explosion, looked out, the whole top of the fireplace went off. He'd put gasoline in there to clean it.
And you'd sit in one of the straight back chairs.
High back chair. Whenever you went to their home, he was sitting in that chair, like pictures you saw of Abraham Lincoln, and his hat was always on the floor beside him. It was a high hat, you know.
Yeah, stovepipe.
And I'd sit down there and I'd say, Grandpa, tell me about that Civil War again. Tell me about it. And he'd tell me about Sherman's March to the Sea, you know, and that kind of stuff. And he said, I can see O.A. Bitt walking past. You know, they'd be on horses. But I'd just beg him to tell me those stories. Every time we go, I'd sit right down, because he wasn't up walking around.
Yeah.
And he was healthy. I don't know why he was always sitting in that chair. And I'd go over and sit down in front of it and beg him to tell me those stories.
What were some of them? Do you remember?
No, I don't really
Yeah.
remember, honey, other than him just telling about Sherman's March to the Sea.
Yeah.
And about Abraham Lincoln,
Wow.
who was my favorite historical figure. I read everything I could read on Abraham Lincoln. And but it's funny when you think back when you were a kid. That just stands out to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.